this is not working. There, maybe that will work. So I'm just gonna post this live stream with, I'm not really here to have conversation. I'm sorry. I'm just documenting. I'm just doing a video log to record where I'm at for future purposes. I've been tracking this disease, waxing and waning, ever since I went on medical leave, and sometimes it's just better for me to just talk to the universe about what's happening to me, to just get it out of my head so that there's less of stuck energy in my head that keeps me awake at night and deprives me of my healing energy. I'm keeping an eye on my bunnies. They're in the basket above the camera. They still haven't bonded. Hang on. Hi, Mike. So I'm not feeling good right now, but it's okay. Sorry, I just need a bit of a cry. I don't often cry, but this is rough today. This is, it feels like a roller coaster. There's lots of different types of pain and discomfort, and normally none of it really bothers me. And the reason is because I'm fighting like a warrior. I know the battlefronts, I know where I'm working on it. I know what my priorities are with each tumor, and I know how to weaken them. And it's a game of chess, working on which tumor. So I'm just gathering myself again because I'm at the moment, which I share with my husband, and I know I haven't spoken about him on the live streams before, but having a partner who can advocate for you is super important, and I have that. I just don't feel I have that. We've been married for 14 years, and I've come to learn over the last few years this man is incapable of being aware of me, no matter how hard I try to communicate with him. He's just incapable of being aware of me, and the result is I feel neglected. I can go being ignored for days, and I'm all right with that. I've made my peace with that because I'm looking after myself, and we're like roommates. And I want to be respectful of him. He deserves respect. He's in his later years of life, and you know, he's struggling, but there's not room for two of us to be sick. And I'm really sick, and he just doesn't get it. It's almost like when my disease is on a waning path, when my disease feels like I'm fighting it back, it gives him an opportunity, then I can just go back to treating her like shit. He doesn't see it. He doesn't see that he treats me like crap. He treats me like a vending machine and complains when he doesn't get the change. And it hurts. I go neglected. Hours, days. I could go a whole day and he won't check in on me. I've asked him if he can check on me, just, you know, can you check on me every hour? Too much. It's much for him. It's an inconvenience. I'm not asking that. I'm just asking that someone come check on me every hour and pass me a drink if I need it, hand me a hairbrush if I need it, pass me a cream if I need it, but I have to ask, you know, and then I have to yell to the other room because I keep myself in a different room from him. And I do that because over the time of our separation in a small apartment, it's become clear that when I walk into the room with him, it turns into an ambush, because he takes the opportunity to talk to me about finances. And he'll say something like, from the EDD, which I transferred from my account into the household account, but it wasn't the full amount. Ladies, cut it out. Don't do that. Oh my God. Jeez. So it's really hard for me to bond. They actually suffer exactly the same problem. So this is a meat bunny, a meat farm bunny. There's his tattoo in his ear. Good boy, Beano. He started grooming her. So he is a trauma bunny that lived through the meat farm and was rescued, but he has such a lack of awareness of, through his trauma, lack of awareness of her, that she feels neglected. So she gets angry and snap at him, and she undeservedly gets the title of Angry Bunny, which is, funnily enough, what my husband calls. He calls me cold. He calls me like I cut myself off from him. Well, there's a reason why if you look deeper into yourself, you know. So all my big orange bunny needs to do is learn how to be aware of baby girl and her needs, groom her a bit, you know, but he doesn't know how to do that. So she will willingly groom him, but there's a point where she's just tired. She's just not getting attention that she wants, and she gets all that attention from me, but trying to teach him how to give it to her and teaching him how to love is super hard. Sometimes spent a good time this morning working on his lumbar plexus, because he was a caged bunny, so a lot of that atrophied, in that area atrophied, and so he was kind of a weak bunny, and you notice it because he wobbles a lot and he falls a lot. So I've been working on strengthening that nerve plexus and getting rid of some of the plaquing and stenosis so that his muscles can start to fill out. Because strength isn't just muscle mass, it's neurological connection. And I figured if I stimulate that area, don't have the brush here, like teasing with the correct type of brush, and then once that's stimulated the nerves a bit, it causes a bit of irritation and inflammation, and then you want it to heal, so you give it a sort of energetic massage like 12 hours later to help blood flow around there. Cut it out, guys, come on. Ah, good boy. That's a good boy. So he's grooming her now. So I find that if I force them into a small unit together and I am just giving them decompression by taking the focus on them and they hear my voice talking in the background, that what they have to do is comfort each other because they realize that I'm distracted, I'm not really focused on them. So it kind of helps when I'm out in the jacuzzi to pop them up top and just kind of force it through. It's like trauma bonding. They realize that they've got to rely on each other for comfort instead of me. So anyway, I prefaced this live stream with saying I wasn't here for having conversations. I was purely documenting what I'm going through, and I've hit a bit of a difficult point the last couple of days where I feel the cancer re-strengthening around my stomach, and that's a horrible feeling when I fought it back a little bit and it's trying to mummify itself again around my stomach and upper intestines. And unlike other parts of my body where I've got the tumors like in the pelvic bowl, and I'll just stand up and show you, this isn't like a groin shot, so bear with me. I'm just trying to anatomically show you where my tumors are sitting, and I've lost quite weight in the last 3 months, so yeah, don't be so. My tumor's sitting around here. Oh, here you go again. Oh, okay, they're okay. They just had a little bit of a scuffle. So the tumor's sitting in the pelvic bowl. There's a muscle that runs through called the psoas muscle, and it's a huge blood supply for this one tumor. And as I've lost weight and I've been doing the psoas flossing exercises, and psoas flossing isn't really easy. It's not really described anywhere on the internet. You just have to figure it out. But as the tumor weakened, oi, cut it out, Bino, you little shit. I literally saw him bite her just because he was irritated that he wanted something from her. Poor baby girl. I'm sorry, baby girl. Do you know what? I'm gonna put you down. I'm gonna put them down next to me where I can see them because he's being an arse. And that's not fair, Bino. Oh shit. Honestly. All right, babies. So put them down next to me. Hang on. Let's pop this here. Oh, okay. There you go. All right. So when you want to get out, Bino, you can. Not you, baby girl. You can stay with me. Okay. I love you. You just love her more a bit. That's all she wants. She wants kisses and cuddles. Big male orange narcissist. Oh, thank you, Taylor. So I'll leave the camera here actually because you can see what's going on with them at the same time that I am talking my cancer journey. So like I said, I felt my cancer that was mummified around my stomach area, this area here, upper intestine. I felt it strengthen over the last couple of days, and I know exactly why that happened. And I want to say I'm angry because anger helps this disease progress. Stress helps this disease progress. But I'm not happy that I'm going through this. Not the cancer side, but the lack of support at home. I just feel thoroughly neglected, and all I want is someone to check in on me and just ask me, do I need a drink? Do I need anything? Did I forget my lotion? Because I do self-massage to help myself. And I haven't started yet. I meant to come here and I meant to work on the stomach tumor. I call it the stomach tumor because I have 3 main areas where the tumors are, and 1, 2, 3 periphery areas where the tumors are located, which aren't life-threatening. They're not life-sustaining organs. They're in my extremities, so I kind of don't care about them. I want to work on the life-sustaining first as a priority, but that kind of depends on it was a bit of a strategy. So the biggest tumor is in my pelvic bowl. It's the size of a grapefruit, and as I've been working on my psoas muscle, that tumor detached from my psoas muscle, so it did a major source of blood supply for it, which was a very painful process. That happened a couple of weeks ago. And when it detached from my psoas, which happened on live stream, by the way, because I was doing this elbow lever, which is put my elbow in here and I balance on this arm, and you have to balance on your arm by holding your psoas muscle in tension. And then the tumor was just like, it just kind of tore itself off the psoas muscle, and it was a nauseating sensation, like feeling some part of your body tear. It was just nauseating. But I was like, oh, that's good. So even though I felt really rough afterwards, I was like, okay, so the tumor is gonna start to die, like in pretty fast order. It's gonna die in 3 days. It's gonna lose strength, and it's gonna start, my immune system will have to go in and clean up the debris. So that started to happen, and then a few days later, I'm trying to have a poo, and now my poo in the descending colon can pass through where the tumor had previously mummied itself to my descending bowel and the psoas muscle. It couldn't pass unless there was a lot, and so it was really painful to poo. She's grooming him now, look at that. See, she always grooms him, but doesn't give it to her because he's such a trauma bunny. I really need him to heal from his trauma, and I'm working with him twice a day to help him through that. But it's a really slow process. So anyway, I've been surviving while having a blocked colon for the last 18 months by just doing workarounds like having diarrhea every day, just get out, you know. The tumor weakened, and then it kind of sloughed off the outside of my rectum because it's extrinsic to my bowel. I had massive poop. I'm sorry, this is TMI, but cancer is gross, right? And I think for guys that are going through cancer, it's great to be aware of your body on this level, and if you can get that level of awareness, it's very comforting to know when the cancer is weak and when to attack it and when it's growing, because when it's growing, you've got a clear indication of, well, that was stressful. What caused that? Because stress hormones switch the immune system off. Stress hormones switch the immune system off and let the cancer grow for 4 hours. So, I had a lot of stress over the last few days. Guess what? My cancer started to grow again. I felt it remummify my upper intestines and stomach. So I've been getting the permanent nausea sent again, which I managed to get rid of about 3 weeks ago, and now it's back. So I'm not angry about that. I'm angry about the fact that something happened to enable my stress levels to go up again. Obviously, I'm not able to ignore my husband and separate myself from him. Obviously, he still hurts me, and either he is that unaware that there's something wrong with him, or he's just evil. And I don't want to believe he's evil, nasty. I want to believe that he is really just kind of dumb. So, I've just been allocated a palliative care social worker. Just yesterday, I just got allocated a palliative care social worker to help me through the diagnosis process and also help family members with the diagnosis process. You know what's to come, potentially. So my first request of this palliative care social worker is to help me and the ultimatum